Nostradamus, the renowned astrologer and poet of France, left a profound mark in history with his astonishing prophecies. He is famous for his ability to foresee major events that many believe have actually occurred, such as the French Revolution, the plague pandemic in 17th century Europe, and even the catastrophic explosion in Hiroshima. All of these events are said to have been miraculously predicted in his famous work, the Book of Prophecies. With a mysterious writing style, Nostradamus encoded his predictions in quatrains, each consisting of only 4 lines but imbued with mystique and intellectual challenges for humanity. He is considered a prophet of disasters, and to this day, his prophecies remain the subject of continuous research by experts and scholars around the world. Let's delve into Nostradamus's haunting prophecies for the year 2025 in this video. But before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any future videos. Nostradamus, the legendary prophet of the 16th century, is believed to have predicted many significant events in human history. In his enigmatic verses, he mentioned a terrifying natural disaster related to the eruption of a massive volcano. These prophecies, although written centuries ago, remain timely and serve as warnings for geologically sensitive areas worldwide, particularly nations located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Known as the region with the highest concentration of active volcanoes in the world, the Pacific Ring of Fire spans countries in Asia such as Indonesia, Japan, and the Philippines, as well as a large portion of the Americas. It is a region frequently hit by powerful earthquakes and volcanic eruptions with devastating consequences. Nostradamus, in one of his famous quatrains, wrote, "The earth will tremble around the new city. 2 great rocks will fall for a long time. The sky will blaze over the ocean, the city will be covered in ash and fire." These lines evoke haunting imagery of a catastrophic natural event. The phrase "the earth will tremble" suggests strong earthquakes capable of triggering an extremely violent volcanic eruption. The imagery of the sky blazing and the city covered in ash and fire amplifies concerns about a disaster in which ash and lava could cause widespread devastation, severely impacting the lives of millions. The Philippines, one of the nations heavily affected by the Ring of Fire, is among the most vulnerable to these threats. Famous volcanoes such as Mayon, Taal, and Pinatubo have all caused major eruptions in the past, with severe consequences not only for human life, but also for the economy and the environment. For example, the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991 left thousands homeless, caused economic damage worth billions of dollars, and significantly impacted global climate as ash spread throughout the atmosphere. Nostradamus's prophecy is not merely a mystical warning, but also raises questions about humanity's ability to predict and prepare for natural disasters. In the current context, as climate change becomes increasingly severe, natural phenomena like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions tend to increase in both frequency and intensity. This makes decoding and correctly understanding prophecies, like those of Nostradamus, more necessary than ever. In particular, the Philippines must prioritize investments in monitoring and early warning systems to minimize damage in the event of a major disaster. Raising community awareness, developing detailed evacuation plans, and improving disaster-resilient infrastructure are also essential steps. Additionally, international cooperation in studying and sharing data on geological activities can help reduce risks and enhance response capabilities. The image of the new city in the prophecy can be interpreted as today's rapidly urbanizing areas, where dense populations and weak infrastructure increase the risk of damage in the event of a natural disaster. In this context, Nostradamus's warnings can be seen as a reminder for nations not only to focus on economic development, but also to pay attention to the sustainability and safety of communities in the face of natural hazards. Ultimately, whether or not we believe in the accuracy of these prophecies, the need to be prepared for natural disasters is undeniable. This is not just the responsibility of individual nations, but of all humanity in protecting life and building a safer future. Nostradamus's prophecies, shrouded in mystery, still offer us valuable lessons about the importance of preparedness and vigilance in the face of nature's unpredictable changes. Next, Nostradamus left a haunting prophecy about the shift in global power. In a decoded quatrain, he wrote, the West will weaken as the East grows strong. A great power will move to where the sun rises. This prophecy is interpreted by many experts as pointing to a profound change in the global balance of power, with the decline of Western nations and the rise of the East, particularly China. The image of where the sun rises not only refers to Asia, but also symbolizes the resurgence of ancient civilizations in this region, especially as China, represented by the dragon, emerges as a new economic and political superpower. Over the past few decades, China has made a strong mark on the global map with its rapid development. From an agricultural and dependent economy, the country has become the world's leading manufacturing hub and is now transforming into a technological and financial superpower. Its extraordinary economic growth over many years has positioned China as the world's second-largest economy, second only to the United States. Many experts predict that China could surpass the US to become the largest economy by the mid-21st century. This transformation extends beyond economics. China is expanding its political influence globally through initiatives such as the Belt and Road Initiative. By investing in infrastructure across more than 140 countries, China has established an extensive economic and political network, solidifying its position as a global power center. Meanwhile, China's increasing participation in international organizations like the United Nations, WTO, and IMF shows its gradual reshaping of the world order in its own way. Parallel to China's rise, Western nations appear to be facing internal challenges that weaken their global leadership roles. The United States, as the world's leading superpower, is grappling with severe political polarization, social issues such as economic inequality, and an economy increasingly reliant on public debt. European countries, while still maintaining significant economic and political roles, are dealing with complex issues stemming from populist movements, aging populations, and internal disputes about the future direction of the European Union. In this context, the phrase, "the West will weaken," in Nostradamus's prophecy can be interpreted as the diminishing role of Western nations in shaping global orders as they gradually share or even yield power to other nations, particularly in Asia. When compared to real-world developments, Nostradamus' prophecy seems to astonishingly reflect the current global landscape. "The East grows strong" refers not only to China's rise, but also to the rapid development of other Asian nations such as India, Japan, and Southeast Asian countries. These nations are steadily creating a robust regional economic and political environment, ready to counterbalance Western powers. Meanwhile, the increasing influence of culture, technology, and innovation from Asia further reinforces the region's leadership role in the future. This leads many to believe that what Nostradamus predicted is not merely a vague forecast, but a reflection of the cyclical nature of global power shifts. The transition of power from west to east is not merely an economic or political phenomenon, but a civilizational revolution. It raises significant questions about the future of the world order. Who will lead? What values will dominate the 21st century? And will the rise of the East bring peace and stability, or will it lead to new conflicts? In this context, Nostradamus's prophecy serves as a powerful reminder that history is always in motion, and power is never permanent. The West and the East, each with its own period of prosperity, highlight that China's rise is not the end of the West, but a reshaping of a new order, one where both regions can coexist and collaborate if they learn to adjust and adapt. Nostradamus' prophecies, though mystical, provoke thoughts about the present and future, emphasizing the importance of preparing for a constantly changing world. Nostradamus, with his enigmatic predictions, left haunting forecasts about the future of Earth, including warnings about the increasing natural disasters humanity might face. One of his famous quatrains reads, "The barren earth will become more parched, there will be great floods when the rainbow appears." This prophecy is widely interpreted as a warning about the unforeseen consequences of climate change. The phrase, "the barren earth will become more parched," clearly points to the increasingly severe droughts in many parts of the world. Fertile agricultural lands are now facing desertification, water depletion, and ecological imbalance, pushing millions into food and water scarcity. This is already happening in regions like sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East, and even areas previously less affected, such as the western United States and southern Europe. Furthermore, the phrase "great floods when the rainbow appears" describes a haunting paradox. While some areas face drought, others witness destructive floods. Extreme weather phenomena such as severe storms, unusual heavy rainfall, and rising sea levels due to Arctic ice melt have heightened the risk of flooding in coastal areas and major cities. For instance, recent strong storms and floods in Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Central America have caused significant loss of life and property while weakening the basic infrastructure of these nations. The natural disasters foretold by Nostradamus seem not merely coincidental, but a stark reminder of the severe consequences of climate change. Human activities, overexploitation of resources, greenhouse gas emissions, and ecosystem destruction have exacerbated the imbalance in the natural environment. Modern studies also indicate that without strong actions to reduce emissions and protect the environment, global temperatures will continue to rise, leading to increased frequency and severity of extreme weather events. Moreover, Nostradamus's prophecy is not only a warning, but also a call to action. Preparing for natural disasters must be a priority in national development strategies. Investing in sustainable infrastructure, early warning systems, and water resource management are essential steps to mitigate damage. At the same time, raising public awareness about climate change and promoting global environmental protection actions are indispensable. Nostradamus's prophecy about drought and great floods vividly reflects the reality humanity faces today. These are not isolated natural phenomena, but manifestations of an increasingly unstable climate system. Without comprehensive changes in how humans treat the planet, the disasters foretold by Nostradamus may be only the beginning of a series of larger tragedies humanity cannot escape. Nostradamus also warned of a severe global water crisis that humanity would face. He wrote, "A great shortage of water will occur, terrifying drought will envelop the world." These prophecies seem to reflect one of the greatest challenges of the 21st century, the depletion of clean water resources. Water, an essential resource for life, is becoming scarcer than ever due to a combination of climate change, population growth, pollution, and unsustainable management. Prolonged droughts and water shortages have profoundly affected agriculture, industry, and daily life for billions worldwide. Climate change plays a key role in this crisis. As global temperatures rise, evaporation intensifies, reducing water levels in lakes, rivers, and aquifers. At the same time, extreme weather events such as prolonged droughts and unusual floods diminish the stability of clean water supplies. Regions like Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, the Middle East, and even the western United States are experiencing harsh droughts that deplete freshwater resources, leaving millions in dire straits. However, the water crisis extends beyond climate issues. Rapid population growth has placed enormous pressure on existing water resources. Overdeveloped urban areas, coupled with the demand for water in agriculture and industry, have heightened the risk of depletion. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, estimates that over 70% of global freshwater is used for agriculture. Yet, as clean water becomes scarce, agriculture will suffer greatly, leading to reduced food production and triggering a global food crisis. Additionally, worsening water pollution has exacerbated scarcity. Freshwater in many areas is contaminated by industrial chemicals, pesticides, and urban waste, rendering it unsafe for use. Developing nations are the hardest hit, lacking modern water treatment systems and resources to protect water sources. The consequences of the water crisis extend beyond economic issues to social and political challenges. Water shortages could lead to regional conflicts as nations compete to control shared resources. Simultaneously, migration due to drought and water scarcity may place pressure on host nations, creating complex humanitarian and societal problems. Nostradamus's prophecy is not merely a warning, but a reminder of the importance of managing and protecting water resources. Comprehensive and sustainable solutions are necessary to prevent this disaster. Nations must invest in water-saving technologies, improve resource management systems, and promote international cooperation to address transboundary water issues. Additionally, raising community awareness about the efficient use and protection of clean water is vital to ensure that this precious resource is not wasted. The clean water crisis foretold by Nostradamus is an imminent and increasingly urgent issue. If no action is taken now, the dire consequences of water scarcity will not just remain part of the prophecy, but become reality, pushing humanity toward a future full of challenges and instability. From the flock, 9 will be set apart, regarded as divine in understanding. This prophecy hints at a pivotal turning point in human history, where science and technology reach a pinnacle, allowing humanity to delve deeply into genetic structures and integrate biotechnology into the human body. This can be seen as a prediction of groundbreaking developments in genetic engineering and biotechnology, fields that are reshaping how humanity understands and defines itself. The term, set apart, may allude to humans using technology to self-enhance, creating individuals entirely different from ordinary humans. Advances in genetic engineering, such as gene editing through CRISPR-Cas9, are opening possibilities to correct congenital defects, combat genetic diseases, and even develop superhuman abilities that once existed only in imagination. Humanity is no longer limited by natural constraints, but is becoming the architect of its own destiny. On a broader level, this advancement could lead to the creation of hybrid organisms or humans with superior traits. Experiments combining human and animal genes have already been conducted in laboratories to study diseases or develop organs for transplantation. These studies raise the question of whether the future will witness the emergence of hybrids, part human, part animal, designed to meet specific societal needs. On the other hand, the phrase divine in understanding may refer to an elite group of individuals enhanced in intellectual and physical capabilities through biotechnology and artificial components. With the development of high-tech implants, humans have begun integrating robotic parts into their bodies, such as thought-controlled robotic arms, artificial eyes with night vision capabilities, or implanted devices that improve memory and boost brain performance. These enhanced individuals might possess abilities far beyond natural limits, making them superhumans in society. However, the groundbreaking advancements in genetic engineering and biotechnology also raise significant ethical questions. Will gene editing create new societal inequalities if only the wealthy can afford to upgrade themselves? Will creating hybrids or integrating technology into the human body blur the boundaries between humans and machines, between the natural and the artificial? And can humanity control the unintended consequences of these technologies? These questions become increasingly urgent as these scientific advancements begin to impact modern society. Major biotech companies are investing billions of dollars into research with ambitions not only to extend human lifespan, but also to overcome the limitations imposed by nature. These initiatives have the potential to transform the essence of humanity, but they also place society at risk of unforeseen dangers. Nostradamus' prophecy, though mystical, reflects the advancements humanity is making in genetic engineering and biotechnology. It is not just a forecast of what science can achieve, but also a warning about the immense responsibilities humanity must bear as it enters a new era where the boundaries between the natural and the artificial, between humans and technology, grow increasingly blurred. In the future, this development could bring endless opportunities, but may also lead to high-risk challenges if not managed carefully. It is essential to remember that prophecies like Nostradamus's are not definitive predictions or unavoidable destinies. They are symbolic messages interpreted from ancient verses and may be influenced by imagination and personal interpretation. However, their value as profound reminders should not be underestimated. Rather than worrying, we should view these prophecies as warnings that motivate us to act with readiness and responsibility. The world is always full of surprises, from natural disasters and climate change to shifts in social order and technological advancements. What matters most is that humanity continues to learn, prepare, and build resilience to face the challenges the future may bring. Let these prophecies serve as a catalyst for re-evaluating what is happening in the present. From how we treat the environment and develop technology, to how we build relationships within society. Regardless of what the future holds, adaptability and a readiness to act are the keys to overcoming any challenge.